Hello, my name is Dr. Farah Deshmukh. I'm doing an obesity medicine workshop in few weeks, and usually I get all my material together, my PowerPoint, the handouts, everything going. It takes me a couple of hours to get everything done. Today I decided I'm going to use Claude Code to make this happen, and let's see how much time I can save. I'm going to say make directory for, let's say, obesity workshop. So this is the actual directory that's going to be made on my computer. It's asking, do you want me to make it under your folder? I said yes. Now I'm going to go ahead, and in that folder, I'm going to make another file, another folder, and we'll call it obesity workshop again. So that's being created. All right, and now I'm going to make a skill. So when you say touch SKILL.md, proceed, I do like the warnings. You can get rid of them, but I would highly recommend you keep them. So now it's going to make a SKILL.md text file. And what you do is you locally go and find that file. It'll be empty. So this is a file, it'll be empty, and this is actually something that I created in Claude. I just told Claude pretend or be an obesity medicine physician who's trying to do a workshop, develop a skill for me. And it gave me this, and I basically did a copy paste. So now my skill is ready for Claude Code to use whenever I need to make anything related to obesity medicine training, and I can make changes in this. So let's say here I don't want to talk about liraglutide. I want to specifically just discuss semaglutide and tirzepatide, but I want to specify that there are brand names for semaglutide and tirzepatide, which is a point of confusion. So I want to tell that give me a breakdown of these brand names, subcutaneous versus pill forms that we have now. That can get a bit confusing. The Wegovy, Ozempic, Rybelsus. So we'll do pill versus subcutaneous because Wegovy is both now, and then Tirzepatide, same thing. So now that I have the skill created, I will use the voice function to give it my whatever I want. Okay, so I pre-recorded this, and when I spoke, I basically read out a whole script, and you will see that in voice recognition, it did make a lot of mistakes here and there, but it actually got the work done really well. So I'm going to read out the script quickly to you. I'm going to pause it here, and I'm going to read out the whole script to you so you know, have a context of what I'm talking about. So the script goes, so the script kind of goes something like this. I need you to build a complete 1-hour obesity medicine workshop for physicians. Read the SKILL.md file in this directory first and then follow the instructions. Workshop title will be Building Clinician Competency in Obesity Medicine Through Case-Based Education. Deliverables, create the following files. Workshop facilitator guide, which will be the full facilitator guide with timing. Case 1 on nutrition counseling. Case 2 on obesity medicine. obesity medications. Create a participant handout and create a resource list that has evidence-based references and tools. Case 1 requirement is nutrition counseling. It'll be a 48-year-old female or woman, BMI of 34, motivated to change her diet. Point 1, teaching point 1 would be whole food plant-based approach, counseling approach. Point 2 would be food label literacy, comparing, for example, quick oats with steel cut oat. I would prefer if you can give me a graph so patients have an understanding of what they see in the supermarket. Show the fiber, show the glycemic index, include food label reading exercises for physicians, include points about motivational interviewing. Case 2 requirements is anti-obesity medications. Patient is a 55-year-old male, BMI of 38, type 2 diabetes, failed lifestyle intervention, GLP-1 agonist, deep dive if possible as the second teaching point, and talk a little bit about the clinical decision-making algorithm for selecting a certain anti-obesity medication. Touch a little bit about insurance and prior auth and then talking points regarding it. You can apply this framework that is being used in the SKILL.md file, include the facilitator notes and teaching points and discussion, and confirm that all files have been created. So I literally just read out the whole script for Claude, and you can see it made blunders here and there where it did not seem to understand things, but when it actually did its final work, it actually did a great job, and I'll show you that in a minute. And here I said, please ask clarifying questions, which is something I do like to do when I'm working with any AI tool. Ask me clarifying questions. So now that my whole script is ready, you can see there's some little errors here and there, but like I said, it does great even with those errors existing there. So we're going to see what it gives us. So it's going to work now, and it's reading the SKILL.md file as we expected. So now it gave me this nice layout that it created, and I'm going to go through this layout and make certain changes. So for example, I'm like, I would like to make a few changes. Nobody's bringing anything from the grocery store because the template is, the layout is saying that people are bringing things from the store now. And then there's a break time that is added. I don't want that. So I'm asking it to remove that for me. And then I'm saying, please create a PowerPoint creating all these points. And I'll ask it to create visuals for me that show comparison between nutrition labels. And I'll say you can use images from the internet as long as you cite and reference them. I'm not overthinking this. I don't really think about the little spelling errors here and there. That's okay. It'll get it. And for the GLP-1 medications as well, I wanted to create some sort of visuals for me, some sort of a framework that will help my attendees understand, make it easy for them to understand how they can make decisions on which anti-obesity medication they can choose for patients. So let's see what it gives us. So it's going to work on this. It's going to take some time. In the interim, I wanted to show you what ChatGPT projects would do if I did the same thing. So I took everything, just copied everything from Claude, went to ChatGPT, made a project. So under new projects, you can just make Obesity Medicine workshop, and then went over here, just copy pasted everything from that I had from the SKILL.md file. I did not give it a layout that I had from Claude. So now it gave me this PowerPoint. So let's see what that looks like, and we can compare that to what Claude did. So this is something very basic that ChatGPT created for me, and very few slides and just simple stuff. Yeah, I don't think I can present this. I need something more than that. So let's see how Claude does. So this was Claude Code's output, and I did ask it to be a little bit more creative with the color themes. I wanted to see what it does. It did a much better job, covered everything that was I did with the voice AI, and a lot of text. I feel too many questions. I don't think I'll be able to cover everything. So I asked it to fix these things, reduce the text, fix the images, fix the colors, too many colors. So then I got a much better output that I'm actually going to use for the workshop. So nicely done. I asked it to reduce text, which it did. I asked it to reduce the questions for me. So from 4 or 5, I believe, it went to 2 key questions. It's a nice quick summary. This is still going to need some editing around, so that I can do. But overall, this is really well done. So yeah, so that was how you use Claude Code to do workshop presentations. So yeah, it saved me a significant amount of time.